Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Henford on Bagley. We are back in the area of old New Henford today, and we're back in the Hamlet of Whittington, where last time we made a start on the exterior to the Ashbury house. Some changes have been made and I've taken on some of your ideas, so let's get into game and let's make a start. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, my darlings, and welcome back to Let's Build the Worlds. And here we are, back with the Ashbury house today. Things have changed, things have progressed, things are gonna be changing. It's all about change, isn't it, at the minute? And do you know what? Let's go for it, to be honest with you. Metaphor for life for you there. You are more than welcome, you really are. So, clever sausages, all of you. And you said, well, there was a couple of you who said, why don't you just have a little alleyway with the arches and they'll kind of go underneath of the house. So we've got this nice little alleyway going through now. So there is a nice little access point through here. Then a few clever sausages said, first off, one of you said, why don't you do like a 2x2 bathroom? So I did that. And then I saw some more comments saying, why don't you go over the top of the alleyway and you can get a bigger bathroom? Daisy's obviously seen something downstairs. You can hear her barking. But I thought that was a great idea. That's the beauty of our community. We all come together and think of really good ideas. And you lot are just absolutely amazing. You really are. Decided on doing an event on this side rather than doing a window here, because I'm thinking about doing the kind of shower and tub combo in there, just so we've got a nice big bit of room in that area. And yeah, you clever sausages. And then there was also something. Oh, I've just noticed the original colours of the gates have came back. Maybe they're here to stay then. I've no idea what it did that. It did weirdly disappear yesterday. We're going to be doing a doctor's surgery. I think, well, it wasn't me who said this. There was a few of you that suggested this. This empty kind of like lot that we're doing in the middle, why don't we have this as a little downstairs doctor's surgery in here? So we're going to have to like edit all of this today and then have like a small little flat above it that is empty. I really like that idea. Very, very clever. And then he's only got a short space to go for work then, you know? So you can be around the kids a bit more and whatnot and look after them. Not that parents don't look after their kids when they're at work and whatnot, you know, many people, many different lives. But I thought that would be a really good spot to do it. And you lot are just incredible. Thank you so much for those wonderful ideas. They've came together beautifully. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a start on mapping out the doctor's surgery area, including the front facade. I'm also going to be furnishing this area here. So the kitchen and the living room and dining room I'm going to do in here. So that's what we're doing. I'm just astounded from your cleverness. All of you. Give yourself a pat on the tuppence, my loves, because that is just... I'm very much for it. I really am. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do. Can I just boot that into there? Would it cut into that door quite a lot? Oh, do you know what? That's not too bad. I might just edit it slightly and just bring it over that way, just so it doesn't look too different from the other houses. But then they get their own little moment in there then, don't they? And then we can do a doctor's surgery front here. Now, I'm a bit worried about what... I don't think I'm going to be able to do a window and a door. But I could just do a door. I don't know. Actually, let me see. Those get to work windows that always come in beautifully handy. These ones here. And maybe... can we see through them? Is that like... What is with the window textures? Like, stop it. Just let me see through the bloody windows, for goodness sake. What about if I just did them in a brown? No, I do want them to have kind of a vibe like this, to be honest with you. Let me see. I might have to edit where that drain pipe is. Yeah, I think I will. Because if I did one there and one there... Oh, does that cut in a bit too much over that side? Slightly. I'm going to move the door just a little bit more. Just a couple of bumps. Just so it can get his own little moment in there. Bob's your uncle. Get your boob out. I think... yeah, the only problem with that is the drain pipe. We could... get rid of that drain pipe and just have two drain pipes. Maybe. I'm not... Now I've pulled back. I'm not really feeling that blue tone. I think maybe going for a darker wood tone like this would be maybe a better option. And I'm hoping I can get the doors in here. These ones here was what I was thinking. Do they fit in with that? They're not... They don't fit in perfectly, do they? The little shits. What about if I light... Do we have a lighter tone with that? Of course we don't. If there was a fish near me, I'd slap it right across the face. I really would. That's very annoying. I might actually do 2 different wood tones though. I think that's the route I'm going to go down. Can I do this? Will my eye let me do it? Because my eye is very fussy. I think that's probably the nearest, isn't it? Like that. But I prefer that for some reason on both monitors as well. I think we're going to do it, you know. I think that's what we're going to do. We do need signage. I'm wondering if I could use another one of these as the signage and flop that above. We have used these practically everywhere, really. What? Oh, yeah, we did that little sign for the pottery there. I was just about to say, what do we use for the pottery? Let's get this down to here. I might be able to, like... Oh, for goodness sake, get down. Penelope, get down off that stool. Have I ever told you that story? I don't think I have. Story time with Aiden, here we go. When I was a hairdresser in London, I had a client who was very, very posh. Very, very posh. Built like this. But I couldn't understand her sometimes. Like, she was just extremely posh. And she had a daughter. And her daughter was about 4 or 5. And she just let her daughter run haywire over the salon, which is very annoying in itself. First off, I think this sign here is great. I think we should use that. I don't really like the sizing down of it. Anyway, continuing on with story time. And Penelope was climbing on the cutting stools. I've definitely said this story in a stream, I think. Anyway, I'm going off track, okay? Penelope was climbing on the cutting stools, which are the stools that hairdressers use to sit on to be able to get down to base level and see like their haircuts and stuff. And Penelope had this like shorter skirt on, and her mum, I can't remember what her mum was called. It was something very posh, like lettuce or something. It was something like that. And she went, Penelope, get down off that stool. Your tuppence will fall out. And I had to try and like not laugh at that. And I think we all know by now, I will laugh at anything. I failed, by the way. I did laugh at it. Much to the mother's dismay. She was a bit like, because I laughed at saying that. So that was a saying with me and my friends for years. There we go. Little story time for you. Penelope, get down off that stool. Your tuppence will fall out. Yeah, there we go. Story time with Aiden. What a marvellous, marvellous way to do it. I actually quite like this. I think because of the like lighter tone at the top, the doors actually go even more now. And this can be like, just say, Ashbury surgery or something like that. You know? Yeah. What would they have outside the doctor's surgery? Nothing much, really. Maybe a couple of plants? I think that would probably suffice, really. It's in my head now. I can't stop thinking about it. Penelope, get down off that stool. Your tuppence will fall out. I wish I could remember the lady's name, but I have no idea. I didn't really like her either. She wasn't a nice person. So I'm happily going to tell the story all over the internet. Imagine if she watches my videos. You were horrible. Let me just say that. Right, okay. Why are we getting these out? I mean, we could. Wood tone's all wrong, but we could. What about if I sized them down? Oh, do you know what? Yes. This kind of gives it a little, like... Yes, that gives it a little bit of a fresh vibe. Let's do that, but let's spin these around the other way so they don't all go in the same formation. Let's flop you to there, then. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay, and a welcome mat. In fact, I might even go down the route of using those kind of anti-slip looking mats. Just because I can imagine that kind of situation being here, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's get you to there. Oh, that looks cute. I do enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm into that. We probably need to get some lighting here, though, don't we? Did I use any of the ones that are in my head? Maybe I did up on the pub. Oh, I did, look. How did I remember that? How did I remember that and I get so many other things wrong? That's what I would like to know. Life. C'est la vie. No, sorry. Sous la vie. If I can grab you up to there, then. Just flop them into place like that. One doctor's surgery. Yes, I'm for it. Very much for that, indeed. So with this being said, we're going to need... Let's get some random stairs in. We'll just use the same ones we've used here for now. Excuse you. If I can grab you into here. We'll do this little floor plan together. You're going to take up the least amount of room possible because I need all of this room for the doctor's surgery. Doctor's surgery. I sound like Hyacinth. Doctor's surgery. If I can flop you into there then. Bring you to there. Once again, the walls are taking about a year to load in, but I think that's going to work. The door will open that way. Oh, the door's going to open the other way. That's fine. We're just going to let it be. Actually, can I spin that around? I think I can. Oh, I can, look. Well, we're doing that. Yes. So, I kind of want to do... Maybe this is like the waiting room. Oh, we are going to need a toilet. I'm just going to do one single toilet. It'll be fine. If I can do that as the toilet, put a door here, we can get a sink and a toilet there. This can have like a little desk at the front here. Oh, God. We're going to really struggle to get chairs in there. I might have to make that a bit bigger. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. I could do a little desk here. A little... Maybe a door here. Let's get the door in first. I'm think actually about using this one from Dine Out. Yeah, let's pop you there for now. Let's open you that way like that. And then this is only a GP practice, but I would like it to be some kind of treatment room too. So do I want to separate this off? I was going to do like a little corridor going down here. Or should we just have this as the whole room? I mean, it's a village like GP. They can't afford to be fussy sometimes. That's going to be enough room, I think. With that being said, then, I think what I'm going to do is move the door. I'm going to put the door there. That colour might change. And then you just go straight into the GP's room. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Very simple floor plan, but I think that's going to work spiffingly. Yes. I'm not going to do a separate door into the flat either. That can just come straight up and there it will be. There you'll be. Who sings that again? Carrie Underwood. Isn't she a MAGA supporter? We don't do that on this channel, thank you. My brain's going at 500 miles an hour. Of course it is. So I think that would probably make a good bathroom size. I could bring you to there. This will probably be a good bedroom size, but I am going to bring it down to there, I think. Yeah. Bring you all the way across. Little corridor going down into the bathroom and there. And then open plan kitchen living area. Simple. Okay. Lovely job. We're not going to concentrate on that just yet anyway. We will move straight on after here to this. And we will furnish all of this as well. So let me just get that in there though. It's done then, isn't it? Okay, now I've done that though. I am going to drag these. I've moved the lampposts from where they were last time. I'm going to drag them either end, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, lovely job. Beautiful job. Moving on. Right, so we need more details on, don't we? So we've got a lane going through this way. I think what I'm going to do is add this bin. I'm going to put it right there. Right there. And I think with you, I'm going to put you around to the side. There we go. Flop you to there. And we've got this little lane area now. I'd probably have... They would probably have some kind of like Victorian-esque looking lanterns in here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple of them up on the wall. I think I'm going to go for these ones here from Seasons. Bloody hell. They are some old lanterns. I'm just going to do a couple of them. Up there and up there. Now, I know people are probably going to go, put some graffiti in here. But in a village of this caliber, they would not allow graffiti. Graffiti would not be the one. It would be scrubbed off post-haste. Let me tell you that much. The parish meeting would be absolutely thriving. That's all I'm going to say. You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. It'd be that kind of vibe. Think Hot Fuzz, you know, just with less murder. Well, maybe not. Moving on. Right, so we've got that in there now. I don't think I want to do anything more there. There's no kind of detail I need to put up here either. But what I would like to do is maybe get in the drains back here. And I think I'm going to put them over this side just so we get that separation vibe into there. I'm going to use the same flooring. That is what we've used there. I think I'm going to put that all the way along, actually. Oh, I did use that. Ah, do you know what? We are going to do that. We're going to use this one. Just so it matches in with everything else. You know? Cohesive. Yes, it is. Right, lovely. Beautiful job. Here, I see some kind of awning coming on. Some kind of awning just over the double doors there. Probably going to have to go for something like this. Not in that tone, though. It needs to be darker. Oh, not you, love. Absolutely not you. I mean, that one there's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just get you up to around about there, like this. Okay. And they haven't got much to do out here because it just comes straight onto the moors. Not realistic in the slightest, I know, but, you know, that's what we're going for this save file, thank you. But I would like to give them a little bit of an activity. So why don't we just put some nice planters here with a little hose pipe up on the wall. I think that would be quite cute, actually. I'm going to go for the terracotta planters, I think. Yeah, we'll put the hose there and we'll just whiffle you along there. Can I get 4 in? Oh, we could. Beautiful job. Yeah, with a little window box there, I think will look great. So let's get that cheeky little hose and flop it right there like that. Oh, yes, that's the ticket. Okay. Probably going to put the security light on the back here, you know, just because this opens straight out onto open moorland. And you could get the Beast of Bodmin Moor coming in your door, and you don't want that. You really don't. Did I say the Beast of Bodmin door? The Beast of Bodmin Moor coming through your door on a Tuesday. Not that place. What about... No, let's just pop it there, Aiden. Stop being so silly. Right there. Beautiful job. Gorgeous things. That'll have plants in it. I'm not going to put a window box there now. I've decided. Doesn't really need anything else on the back. I think that's just enough detail. You know, we don't want to go mad, he says, while he's trying to work on a build. And what is this? Like 30 frames a second, maybe 25. Enjoy that. Enjoy that when it goes on the gallery. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, so we're in here. Living and kitchen area is going to be commencing. So first things first, I want to get in... I want a wood burner in here. And the only wood burner that I think would match in with this room well would be this one. The only problem is I think I should put it over this side, even though the chimney is on the kind of front. Only because I do want to get a TV in here. It's probably important for this household to have a TV. And I don't want to... Where's it gone? Did I just put that somewhere? That disappeared. If I can pop you there, then I'm going to change the colour. Stop it at once! I'm going to change the colour. Hopefully. I don't like that. Is something going on here? Oh, I don't really like most of them, to be honest. I think we're going to have to rethink the fireplace. And it's going to be one of these two. I prefer the colours of this one in this room. Yeah, I think we're going to go for that one. Okay. Well, with that being said now, I'm going to put the fireplace there. Where am I going to put everything here? The arch could change. I don't really need to keep it central. I could do it there instead, which frees up a bit more space to put maybe a sofa here with like a TV unit up there. Sofa there. Dining table. It's going to be quite a squidge. I mean, the kitchen itself is quite big. I could do a circle to like dining table in the kitchen. I saw the dining table in here. And I kind of want to go down that route. This is very difficult today. I'm very indecisive. I'm having one of those days. What about if I did you to there? Living area here instead. And then did the dining room here. Let's see what we can come up with. I do see like a really nice plain cream sofa. Very classic looking. This house is going to be very classic. Like, this is the vibe that I want. That is not a good colour in here. That is probably the best of what we're going to get, to be honest. If I could maybe then get you there, like so. I might even drag that in a little bit tighter. I would have loved 2 sofas. I wish that this one came in a 2-seater. I would love that, but it doesn't. But we do have these, which are kind of classic looking as well, to be honest. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and use you like here. 3-seater along there. I know that we got this the 3-seater version. This might be a bit difficult. Orientation, size. Maybe not you then. Maybe 2 of these instead. If I can get you to there. Bring you right by the door. You're going to come and get burnt by the fireplace. I need to have a little think about this layout because this is not working for me. Right. I think I know what I need to do. And we're going to have to put a TV above the fireplace. We're going to have to do it. But it's going to be so high, isn't it? What if I size down the fireplace size? Just to like a 0.9. Just was a bit shorter. There we go. Yeah. That should make me feel a little bit better. This is what I'm going to do. This is what we're going to do. I think I do kind of like the layout of the chair, the sofas. So I think I'm going to do you and you there. You and you. You and you there, like that. Then we've got space here for a dining table. Maybe even here. And then we could do a nice bookcase over in this corner. Okay. That might work. Let's get a wall-mounted TV up first, shall we? Let's go to there. That's very high, but that happens sometimes. It really does. I hate doing it because of the height of them, but we're doing it today. Right, I feel that could work. Let's bring you to there. Bring you down a little bit more, my love. Still giving them room to be able to get through there. That's fine. Little coffee table. We're probably going to have to go for a shorter circle style coffee table. Does that one kind of... It doesn't look too bad. I think we can get that in there. I don't really like it. Unless we go for this one here instead. No, we're going to go for this one. I do believe we'll get a rug in there as well. That will help out with that shape nicely. I'm going to drag you to there and maybe do a little console table with a lamp above it. Rip to anyone who needs to sit in that seat. That's all I'm going to say. I would like a bookcase. And we are definitely in a family of readers. I would have loved if this one was a bit bigger. Can I put 2 of them together? I don't hate it. One does need to be slightly shorter to stop that glitchy from happening. If I did that, put them together. You know what? I think we can make that work. Unless we put that on this wall instead. Flop you over this side. Bring you into there. Pop you together like you were, please. As you were. Thank you. No. It definitely needs to be on that wall. A little console table along there, I think. Yes. We're trying to keep this as classic as possible. So I'm going to use some classic furniture. Maybe a view to there. And I am just going to shuffle you across. Just a little bit more. Like so. If I can grab you to there like that. Yeah, that could work. That works for me. I'm feeling it. And then we've got this space here to put a dining table in now. So I do want a table of 4 in a square table. I think as kind of like... No, they're not a dysfunctional family. They're just going through a rough time at the minute. But it is a must that they have dinner together. It's a rule within the house. So that is the rule. That is a perfect table in here. Let's grab... you maybe in this orientation. Let me see. This is a very weird layout, but we're going to try and make it work. A circle table. I'm not feeling the vibe from a circle table in here. I do think it needs to be in this position. Let's get some chairs out. I really wish these came in some better swatches. I love these chairs, but I just wish they had just some normal wood swatches. It would have made all the difference. It really would, because I'd be using them all the time. My lord, I'm sick to death of swatches. I really am. I'd fight them. If there was a moment in time, I would fight swatches. I really would. What orientation is better? Is it that way or that way? I mean, neither are great, to be honest. I'm going to try something. Can I put you behind here instead? Can we get you there? Does that look a bit better in the corner? We're going through lots of difficulties today, but you know, Sulavu. Sulavu on a Friday. I think we could do that. Let me just get you in there as well. I definitely want to use you still, and you still look good in that area. I think we can get away with that. I think that's a little bit better of a layout than what we had previously. It opens this space up a lot nicer. Yeah, I think we're going to do it. Okay, well, that's where the dining table is going to be now. Yes, it is indeed. I'm going to put a plant over in that corner. Plant popped into my head, and it's the one from Dine Out. This one. Get you over into this corner here, just for a little bit of greenery. Let's get you a softer colour underneath. Unless I put the plant over in this corner, just move this ever so slightly over this way, like so. Get you in there without you cutting into too much. Thank you. Yes. Then I can get a lamp over on this side, and I am going to go down a very classic route. I might even... Oh, actually, this one here would work well. If I can get a lighter tone. I don't think we can. It's just the lampshade. Unless we can pop a blue in. Absolutely not. Well, let's get out our fail-safe then. This lamp goes everywhere, and I love it. Yeah, we can do that there. I'm going to move it in a little bit closer to the chairs, though. The sofa. Okay, I'm happy. Finally happy with that now. A nice bit of art up on the wall there. And the same here. So let's find that. Let's go for these portraits over on this side. Family portraits. I think would look quite nice. Let's lift you up a bit higher. And then, as sick to death as I am using this painting, it just fits in so well into so many spaces. Not the tones though. The wood tones are not the vibe. I think the darker wood tone goes a little bit better. Yeah, I'm going to pop you here. I want more landscape pictures. Landscapes of landscapes would be great, please. The Sims team. Thank you. Yeah, happy with that. Finally happy. We're moving on. So we need a little end table here. I think we'll go for this one here because it will match in with what we've done there. Flop you into that position. Ooh. Are they going to be able to get through there? They should be able to. Again, as always, I will player test everything. Let's just move it along just a little bit more. Just to make that a more awkward seat than it is already. Lovely job. And then a light for on here. And I'm using that classic lamp to go in this room. I think that's going to work. We do need curtains and we do need a radiator. So first off, I'm going to put the radiator underneath of the window itself. Beautiful job. Get in some curtains. And I might even bring in the base game ones and just do 2 of the base game curtains together like that in a white. I think we can make that work. I'm going to lift the window up just a little bit. Just a little bit. What went on with the room then? No idea. Okay. Little picture up here. Maybe just the sunflowers. Stunning. I'm feeling a mirror above here. And I'm going to go for the one from the Parenthood pack in that grey colour. I just think that works. And some trinkety bits for up there. We'll pull that all out in a minute. Okay, I'm kind of happy with this now. This feels a little bit better to me. Yeah, lovely. So I want to pull out the final bits. I want to pull out a new light. I think like a little flower pot for the dining table. A rug for the living room. I do want maybe some kind of music in here. So I might bring a little stereo out or a radio and pop it up here. And we need some bits and bobs for up there too. So let me pull all of that out and we'll put it around. Right, final little bits for the living room. I'm going to use this rug. I'm going to flop it into that position there. Just so it separates that living area off quite nicely. We're going to do a little flower pot. Flop that on the table like that. A couple of fresh flowers. These didn't fit on these shelves because Sims. So I've done a little plant and a little radio in those little nooks. And I think that just breaks that up quite nicely over there. I would imagine he like tries to teach his kids like brain things. That would make a great tattoo. That really would, that sentence. So like a chess table, I reckon they like do family sort of game nights and stuff. I can imagine that from them. And because they're a little bit, well, he's a little bit scatty. He's a little bit all over the place. He always was, but even more so now in his grief. What I'm going to do, first off, a little area for their keys and their letters and stuff. But just this table is just going to be full of trinkety bits. Coins with like different bills and stuff to pay maybe. Some post-it notes that he leaves everywhere for the kids, you know, just to make sure, do this, do that. And also phone and keys there. Just plops it all down there when he comes in from a hard day at work. Kind of vibing with that idea. I'm going to use that same welcome mat and flop you on the interior too. Flop you there like that. Okay, I'm happy. One thing I do need to do is the light. I don't know what light to use for in here. I think we have to go down the classic route. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring this one in. Put it where the saucer is. Size that saucer down. Size the saucer down. There we go. I think that works. I'm happy with that now. Finally happy. They should be able to get in and use everything. A little bit apprehensive about them being able to use this table though. So I'm going to pull it out a little bit more. They should be able to get around there and use that. Finally, I'm happy with it. Okay, and with the kitchen, classic kitchen, I'm going to use the base game one. It's just popped in my head. I still love this kitchen to this day. And you see me use this kitchen in many of my builds, but I just love it. I do. What more can be said? Fridge there. Get you in there. Oven can go there. Yep, I think that would work. Sink there. You in there. Gonna move this door along. Boop-de-doop-de-doo, like that. So outside needs to change. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Like that. Stunning. Bin over in this corner. Beautiful job. Let's give them the bin of dreams. Pop you over into that corner like that. That's going to work out gorgeously. Probably see them having some kind of new oven though. So maybe something not massively modern, but maybe something like this. You know? Yeah, we'll go for this one. We'll flop you into there. Let's get a corner piece flopping through into here as well. There's lots of flopping going on today, including my brain. I'm going to get my hair cut in a bit, and I cannot bloody wait. It's so overdue, honestly. See the state of it. Maybe giving him the fridge with all of the bits on. I like that vibe. Let's do that. You know, very classic, very family. The end. What a lovely descriptive word. After 10 years, and this is all the cabinets we've got. Disappointed. Very disappointed. Let's get these out. I'm going to go... Can I just cut that in there like that? I'm going to do it. It's fine. We'll pretend that is built in. Shh, shh. Do I want to do a corner moment there? Maybe. I could do a corner moment there. And I think I will go all the way across to... Can I fit you in there without cutting into that door too much? The answer to that is absolutely no. So I'm not going to do that. I think I'll just end it there. It's fine. And then get in another smaller one up above there. Oh, I do want something there. Oh, I know what I can do. Here we go. Using this corner piece. Just have to like hold Alt down and flop it into places. There we are. Oh, that fits in there a dream. Oh, it's like it was meant to be that. It really was. Do I want a small island in here? I think I do. I think we're going to go down the route of having a small island. Just literally a 2 square number. Like, in that position there, like that. Ooh. Yeah, no, that should be fine. Yeah, there's a nice direct route through there. That's fine. A couple of bar stools, because kids... Breakfast, mornings, I always remember sitting at the kitchen bar stool, on the kitchen bar stools, eating my breakfast. I always loved, what was your favourite cereal? Now, there's probably going to be a lot of American answers in this, but keep them coming. I would like to know your favourite cereal. Mine was probably Frosted Shreddies. Loved a Frosted Shreddy. I really did. I liked Shreddies warm and cold as well. I was a heathen. Yeah, do you know what? I am going to put that all in line. I thought that was going to be, like, take up too much room here, but I think we can make that work. I don't know if they're going to walk behind here, but it's kind of realistic in my eyes, so I'm for that. What I would like is a blind up here. We're going to need a blind. I think I want to go for this one, but maybe just do it in a paler tone like this. Maybe a little bit warmer than that. Yeah, that like that. Flop you. I'm going to bring you up to there as well. Yeah. You should see the new blind I've ordered for my office as well. You'll see it all in my renovation video. IRL decorating video. I'm really looking forward to doing that. It's been given the go-ahead as well from the company that I'm working with. So that's going to be coming to the channel in the next few weeks, loves. But yeah, I've gone for like a really nice terracotta sort of cinnamon colour for my blind from Blinds to Go. Love a bit of Blinds to Go. But yeah, I love it. Do I want to use this one in here? I think I might actually. Can we get in? No. Different tone. Maybe that one. That one works out a bit better for me. I am going to tuck it a little bit though. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep it like that. Stop being fussy. Yeah, that's nice. Lovely job. So we obviously need a sink in here. And I do want the kitchen to be kind of cluttered looking. They're probably going to need a dishwasher. They're a family. You know? They would want an appliance. Appliance. I like that word. If I can grab you to there, then realistically that would be annoying because it would hit that each time. What about if I put it there? I mean, there is a walk to the dishwasher. No, let's put it back there. That's fine. Yes, lovely. No washing machine or anything in here, but they've got a laundrette. They do use the laundrette. Yeah. Oh, that would have been a good spot to put the washer dryer though. What about, do you reckon I could fit it up here? Put the washer dryer in the bathroom? Maybe. We'll see what happens there. If not, they've got a laundrette. It's all good. So the pack that's going to come in amazingly for this kitchen is the kitchen clutter kit pack. Let's absolutely use it to death. Oh, I always forget about this object. Can I get that in here? Would they be able to walk through there? Oh, that does really make sense. I'm gonna try it. Again, I will play test it, but I'm sure that they'll be able to walk through that. That's fine. Maybe. maybe not. Who knows? Right, is this the... Yep, there's a dish rack there. I love that in that swatch too. That's great. Cleaning stuff. I might put that out here for a little bit of a storyline. They're just in the midst of a spring clean for the kitchen because it's grotty. Oh, with that being said, should we use the new sink? Yes. Let's use the new sink too. Coffee cups. So we are going to need a kettle. I'll make sure to get that in. Flavor Haven. What one are we going to leave for working on? Maybe we'll leave that one and we'll clutter this one here up. Oh, I like this plant here too. Some herbs and spices. Just some bowls out. I would like them here, please. So can I get you to there? Move you along. Excuse you. Flop you to there. Bring you back in. Oh, you bastard. Stop it. Stop it at once. Right, get out of the way. Right, is this going to be correct? Oh, what a dream. Fit in there beautifully. Cookie jar, definitely. I reckon Jamie always tries to sneak stuff from there. Oh, one of those like little fruit basket things. Oh, I do like the vibe of that. Maybe we could put that here. Let me see that. Yes. Little fruit vibe there. Should we get some shopping out? I think we're going a bit too crazy at the minute. Let's calm ourselves down. I would like something that looks like they're cooking though. That is a good shout. Let's do that. The cracked eggs. That's a vibe. One thing I would love to add in here is a kettle. Did this come with any like appliance? I don't think it did it? I mean, it's not really clutter. Well, it is clutter. Appliances are clutter. I'm going to give them a kettle. Flop you to there, and I'm going to move you to there. Is that eating that? A little bit, but I can forgive it. It's fine. Okay, yeah. We do need a smoke alarm in here. So I am going to pop you up there like this. And we need to change the lighting in the kitchen too. I think I'm just going to go for this one. And I think, let me see. Oh yeah, that looks good. I was going to size it down, but it's actually fine. No, don't start singing, Aiden. I've got a song stuck in my head. Does anybody get that? Well, of course you do. You're not all like quirky like me. That was a joke, by the way. Mine is it Rain Me In with Sam Fender and Olivia Dean? I'm in love with that song. I love both of them separately. I love all their music, but I just love that song with them together. It's amazing. It really is. Yeah, there we go. Kitchen done. Feels lifting. I feel the vibe. I do. Okay, well, that's where we're going to leave it today, my loves. We are coming back with this next week, and we are going to be just continuing on. We're going to be doing all of their bedrooms in one of the parts, and then we're going to make our way over into the doctor's surgery and start furnishing that part too. So that is where I'm going to leave things today, my loves. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have the most marvellous weekend. I'm going to be back on Tuesday with some more House Flipper 2, and I'm also going to be bringing you that modern build with the new glass walls in speed build format next week too, so be on the lookout for that one as well. Nothing more to say. Leave me some lovely comments. Have a sexy weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday. Goodbye.